Hi, my name is Dr. Leslie Anderson. I am currently an assistant professor in the Department of Family and Consumer Sciences at Morgan State University. We also want to acknowledge our co-author, Dr. Maxine Notice, who's currently an assistant professor in the Department of Marriage and Family Therapy at Abilene Christian University.
I am Dr. Joslyn Armstrong, and I'm an assistant professor in the Marriage, Couple, and Family Therapy program at Lewis and Clark College.
I am Dr. Karmen Smith, owner and founder of 3H Counseling, private practice.
And in our recent publication in the Journal of Marital and Family Therapy, we produced an article entitled The Unspoken Experiences of Systemic Supervisors of Color, a modified Delphi study. In our study, we sought to intentionally center the experiences of racially minoritized clinical supervisors in the discipline of marriage and family therapy. We did this by conducting a rigorous modified Delphi methodology that involves soliciting perspectives from a panel of racially minoritized experts with a wealth of knowledge and experience related to supervisory practice. In the family therapy literature, the experiences of supervisors of color have been largely neglected, which has led to a lack of understanding regarding the training and professional development of this population.
Supervisors of color hold a significant amount of power as authority figures, mentors, gatekeepers, and educators. But their roles are also heavily influenced by their marginalized racial identities, as well as other identities that shape their lived experiences. This research study focused specifically on the influence of race on the process of supervision and sought to address this central research question. What are the experiences of systemic supervisors of color? This modified Delphi method included 3 rounds of data collection and both quantitative and qualitative data analyses. Study findings were organized into 2 overarching themes. 1, critical yet inadequate supervisory training, and 2, impact of complex sociocultural factors on the supervisory relationship. The account shared by the expert panel of supervisors suggests that supervisors of color do indeed have supervisory experiences that are qualitatively different relative to their white counterparts.
Multiple panelists rejected the notion that they felt adequately prepared for their training programs to be able to address exceptional moments with supervisees, such as a supervisee using derogatory language or making racial and discriminatory remarks. All too often, conversations about race, culture, and power in supervisory training contexts focus specifically on the therapist-client relationship, as opposed to acknowledging the potential for offensive language and behaviors that may occur between the supervisor and supervisee. These types of occurrences require elevated level of skill and attention towards self of the supervisor processes. Supervisors of color are in need of training and mentorship that equips them with the necessary skills to address anti-racist behaviors of supervisees in ways that also recognize their developmental needs. Simply because a supervisor of color is in a position of power and authority does not preclude them from experiencing racial harm due to the actions of a supervisee. Although there is no one set way that these occurrences can be effectively navigated, supervisors of color would benefit from training environments that go beyond simplistic conversations about race and identity. What is needed are more layered forms of dialogue and instruction that are informed by critical perspectives that invite further examination and development of practical methods for maneuvering experiences where the complex influence of intersectional identities are present.
We conclude our paper with a robust discussion of implications for training programs and specifically for supervisor mentors who are working with racially minoritized supervisors in training. The fact of the matter is that given the complexity of their experiences, their training, education, and mentoring needs are likely to differ from their white counterparts. It is paramount that supervisors of color receive the adequate training and mentorship that they need so that they can in turn provide the necessary support to their supervisees. We hope that you will read our paper and that it will encourage you to think critically about the influence of race and positionality on the supervisory process and ways to best support supervisors of color who are truly committed to systemic training and practice. Thank you.